Now for this lesson, we're going to want to get all our dimensions before we start putting in furniture. So what we want to do is go over here to the I don't know which one it is. I think it's this one, the scenes. And we're going to want to be in the parallel projection, and then we want to click the top view. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to click over here and we're going to click the dimension tool, and we are going to dimension this floor plan. So before you start dimensioning, you do want to make sure you're in parallel projection and on the top view. So we're going to want to measure, obviously, the overall length, and let's come out about here. I wonder if it'll let us pick a distance. Let me try that. No, it won't. Okay, so just about to this general location, and then do it for this side as well. Try to make it about the same. Okay, now we want to dimension, just keep our dimensions, make sure you're still on the dimension. Zoom in, and we're going to dimension from the outside wall. I don't think it's gonna let us. Okay, let's start like this. So we're gonna dimension from this inside wall. So let's look where we're at. We're over here in this larger bedroom, and then this is that drawing room, living room area. So we're going to start right here. We're going to click, bring it all the way over. It's not letting us. Okay, here we go. We'll just do this. We're going to start from the inside, and we're going to dimension each, interior wall. We're not going to go to the exterior. We're just going to keep the interior dimensions. We're going to kind of go halfway on this dimension line, and then we're going to do this for the other room as well, and then line it up with the other one. Okay, and we want to go do that for all the rooms. So now we're going to dimension this room this way. Click it. Nope. Click that corner. Click over here and go to the halfway-ish point and click. Now we're going to click from this point, line it up with that one, click, this point, line it up with this one, and click. Okay, now we're going to get this point and this point. So that's that drawing room. Bring it up, click, and the kitchen, this point, and click. Okay, now we're still missing this side, so we're going to get this point, bring it out kind of the same as that one, click, this point, and click. Okay, how do I get rid of this little thing? Okay, nope. Okay, so this is our dimension floor plan. What we want to do is screenshot this. For my computer, I would use the snipping tool, and I would take a screenshot. I know that all y'all have different types of laptops or computers, so you are going to have to Google and figure out how to screenshot on yours. And what we're going to screenshot is just this general area. And I will take a screenshot and upload it to the Google Classroom for an example. And that's going to be our dimensioned floor plan. And that's just going to be the floor plan. So once you dimensioned your entire floor plan and you got the dimensions for all the rooms, the only thing we're not going, oh, I think I missed one. Let's see if it allows us to do it though. Yes, okay. So we need to do every room. So yes, we got the width of this one, but we didn't get the width of these. So we need to bring these out. There we go. Okay, so now you would screenshot. Once that's done, we're gonna go measure the elevations as well. So you could save this as a different floor plan, or you could simply just delete them, but you're not going to need the dimensions anymore after you have screenshotted, okay? So let's just make sure you have all the correct dimension lines. You dimensioned every room, and then you could decide if you want to create a new floor plan, or and then you could still save the dimensions if you need to refer back to it, or you could simply delete them. Now that we have, or I chose just to delete them, deleted them, I'm gonna make sure I'm still in this parallel projection. I'm gonna click the front of the house. Well, this isn't necessarily the front, but I click this little front of the house icon, and this is just one side of it. So what I'm going to do is now dimension this part of it. We will definitely want to get the overall, and we want to get the wall height. Remember, kind of stop halfway. And now, if it lets us get the windows, we're definitely going to be doing the windows. Okay, it does not let us do the windows. Oh, maybe it does. Okay, well, it looks like it's letting us get the width of the window, and it's letting us get the dimension from here, but it won't let us take it out to the end for some reason. So let's get as many dimensions as we can like this, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to let us take it out to the edge of the walls. Yeah, it's just not. Okay, but this is the dimension that we need, and obviously we need an overall. Nope, and obviously we need an overall, so from this point to this point, and bring it up. So here we have the, almost done. Nope, it's not going to let us do that either. Okay, so here we have the overall height of the home. Here we have the overall height of the walls. We have our dimensions, which are the width of the windows, and then the width between the window, and then the width of the other window, and then the overall. So let's make sure we screenshot this, and then we can move to the next side and do the other side. If you'd like to keep the dimensions there or save it as a new file, you're welcome to, but I'm going to delete them. Okay, I deleted my dimension lines, and now I'm going to go to the other side. So I'm going to click this one. I'm just going to go in order. It's going to be this one, this one, this one, and then this one. So here we go. Same thing, get the dimension tool. We're going to do from top to bottom, the wall, oops, the window, and then I guess we're going to go from edge to edge now. That's going to be it for this one. Go ahead and screenshot it and save it, and we'll move on to the next side. Okay, I erased mine. Now I'm going to move to this side. And grab the dimension, the overall, the, oops, the wall, the window, and then your overall. And then you're going to screenshot this, and we'll move on to the next side. Okay, now that I deleted those, I'm going to move to this one. So this is the front for me. I'm going to move this little lady out of my way. And I'm going to dimension it. And I am going to get the dimensions of the door. So top to bottom, the walls. Now the width of the door, from the door to the window, the length of your window, and then the overall. Okay, go ahead and screenshot that and screenshot that. I don't know if this is the end. Okay, we're not done yet. So now what you're going to do is I'm going to get out of this little, well, I'm just going to orbit back, okay? And I did make sure I was on the perspective view because I personally enjoy the perspective view versus the parallel projection view. So I changed me back to the perspective view. I'm going to close this. And now we're going to do the sections. So we're going to get a long section and we're going to get a short section. So this little icon over here should be where your tape measure is. What you're going to do is click it and you're going to make sure you click the section icon. It's a little house. So I'm going to click it and notice how this section tool will come up. What we did is we're going to want a section of this wall. We did take the section of this wall when we drew our sections manually. So we're going to do the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to do the same thing here. So when we did it manually, we cut through this wall right here. So look at how it's lined up with red. And that's basically showing that I'm going to be viewing this area. If you can kind of see at the corners of each on this red square, it kind of has an arrow facing the direction of this wall. So I'm just going to click right here. My cursor is kind of hovering over this wall. My section is highlighted red and I'm going to click. Okay. Look at the orange box, how I said like the arrows were kind of facing in that direction. I guess it kind of just blew it up. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to grab the move tool and I'm going to highlight this blue. So I'm going to grab it and click. And I'm going to click to where we said our section started, which was cutting through the wall of the kitchen. So I want you to look at the wall of the kitchen. I can't really point on it with my cursor, but I could choose to cut through the window or not. We are not going to cut through the window because we did not cut through the window when we did our sections manually. So we are just going to cut through the wall of the kitchen and the wall of the kitchen on the exterior and the wall of the drawing room. Okay, so we're not cutting through any windows here. And we're going to click. So it should look something like that. Now what we want is we're going to go to our scenes again and we're going to put it in what's this called? Parallel projection. And now we want to click, I believe this one was kind of the front for mine. I'm going to click this one and it will give me our section cut. So, why is it doing that? Oh, okay, I see why. Okay, well, it is what it is. You can't change it. Okay, well, I'm going to cut it like this. And I don't think it'll allow me to delete it. Don't do this, please. Okay. Don't do this. I'm just checking something. Okay. So what I did was, now that I'm at this angle, I made sure I was in parallel projection and I went to the side that we were looking at. I'm going to highlight this, select it, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to click hide. So that will give us the view that we want. And now we can go ahead and dimension our doors and windows and the overall. Where is it? Here it is. Will it let me? I think so. Okay, so we're going to dimension our overall, obviously, and bring that up. And now we're going to dimension our doors halfway. And then from our door to our window. And then our window, door to the window, and the door to the door. Let's not going to allow that. Okay, we're going to end that right there, and we're just going to do, actually that's going to be it. There's no more doors and windows. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and leave that like that. And then we can screenshot. So I'm going to screenshot, and then I'm going to, like we did our elevations, erase our dimension lines. Okay, I am still in this view, and I need to get back that section cut line. So what we're going to do is come back to the display, and the display is the little glasses, and you're going to see unhide, because remember that we hid the section line. So we're just going to unhide last, and it will pop right back up. Now we can select it, and I'm just going to delete it using my delete key on my keyboard. There we go. Now we should be left, I'm going to change it back to perspective. Now we should be left back with our house still. Now we're going to need that short section that we did manually. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We are going to get the section tool, but except we're going to line it up like on this green, making sure the square is highlighted green. You can see the little arrows pointing in the direction that we're going to be looking at. So I'm hovering over this wall. I haven't clicked anything. Make sure it's green. Click. And now I can make sure it's placed in the correct area with the move tool. So here we go. So according to our plans that we manually drafted, if you look at the exterior wall where that bedroom is, we did cut through the window. And then between the wall from the bedroom and the kitchen, we cut through the wall. So this is good right here. We cut through the wall. And then between the wall and the kitchen wall and the exterior wall, we just cut through the wall. So we're not cutting through this wall right here. We're coming a little bit out and just making sure we cut through that window on the exterior wall, and the exterior wall. And click. And then we can make sure we're back on parallel projection. And we need to find this angle or this elevation view. So I think it was, yeah, it's this one. So it's that top one if yours is oriented in the same way mine is. Let me check. Yeah. Okay, click the top view again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get the selection tool, highlight the section cut thing, right click it and hide it. Now I could grab the dimension tool and dimension the overall, the window, nope, the window, Why is it doing that? The window to the window. No, it needs to be lined up. The window to the window. And then the window to the end of the window. And then the door to the window. And then the door. And that's it. So now you can screenshot and then you could erase the dimension lines. Okay, I erased my dimension lines and now in order to get that section thing back, I came to the little glasses again and I clicked unhide last. Click it, it will pop back up. I just select it and I want to delete it. And I'm going to go back to my perspective view and there we go. Now I have dimensioned my home and that will be it for this lesson.